Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Karsh the Goblin, this is the Goblin Cave, and we are back with another installment of We Be Goblins. So We Be Goblins is our almost weekly Goblin comical adventure based in Pathfinder. Well, actually it is a Pathfinder adventure, but we've moved it across to Dungeons & Dragons just sheerly for ease of use and ease of streaming. If you do enjoy the story, please go find the Pathfinder versions. There's 4 of them. There's We Be Goblins, which we'll be running today, We Be Goblins 2 with TOO, We Be Goblins 3, FREE, and We Be 4 Goblins. They're all amazing adventures, so please, if you do like this, go and have a look at what Pathfinder has to offer. They've got so many adventures, so many massive campaigns, and this is just one of their little stories. We are using assets from the Roll20 site and the Roll20 site for the actual game itself and all the rolls and everything else. Most of the maps and everything are actually used by, from the Roll20 site, purchased from Gabriel Picard, who I love his maps, I love his assets, and pretty much use them exclusively for my games on the channel. So we're going to move across to our cast members, and they can do some introductions and explain to us who their characters are, and if they want to say anything about themselves, that's up to them. So we'll just move across here to our guests. So as you can see, once again we have a missing player. That's okay, it does happen. And Tyler, we're having issues with his video, so instead of working through that all morning, we thought, well, we may as well do a show. We can at least get some audio, so that's what's going to happen. So Lur, can you please introduce yourself and who your character is today?
I'm Lur, and I'm going to be playing Chuffy Lickwound, the rogue. Likes to stabby stab and also set fires.
Fire is a common theme in this game, that's for sure. Onhijl, I hope that's right.
Yeah, Onhijl. It's a different language. So I'm been playing Rita Big Bad, the fighter, and I like to torment harmless animals, so small animals. Like to stick them, chop people up.
Fantastic. And Tyler.
I'm Pooh, cleric of Zarin, a god of dog, fire. I'm not very good at night. I am good at fire.
Yeah. So I got most of that through. So not very good at writing, but very good at fire. So hopefully our connection keeps running and we're not going to have any more issues. Just fingers crossed. So I'll just yeah. No, we lost again.
I said hopefully there's no more.
We're losing you again. Oh, sorry. From someone that does have a lot of issues with connection speeds or has had issues, we'll keep trying, but if we lose you, we may lose you, and yeah, nothing we can do about that. Internet's a fickle thing sometimes. So no, can't hear. So as with preset adventures, go, there's always box texts. So there's going to be a few box texts at the start, and then we'll just go straight into the adventure and have some fun. So, setting the scene. You are all goblins of the Licktoad tribe. You live deep in the Brinestump Marsh, south of the man-hated town, Sandpoint. Once goblins tried to burn Sandpoint down. They would have been legends if they succeeded, but they didn't bring enough fire, and got themselves killed as a result. Yesterday, one of your own had been using forbidden arts and was engaging in one of the tribe's greatest taboos, writing things down. So, there's no swifter way of bringing bad luck than stealing words out of your mind and writing them down, so your tribe had no choice. You branded his face with letters and punished him, which is why everybody calls him Scribbleface now. When you ran him out of town, you took all his stuff and burned his hut down. What fun! That's when things got interesting though, because before you burned his hut down, Chief Gutwad the Mighty found a weird box within the building. Inside was a map and lots of fireworks. Fireworks that immediately came into use in burning the house down. Then this morning, Gutwad announced that tonight there will be a giant feast and bonfire in order to drive away any lingering bad luck from Scribbleface's poor decisions. But perhaps even more exciting is that you have all been secretly invited to Chief Gutwad's moot house. Why would the chief want to speak to you? It can only mean that he's got an important mission for you all, one that the other goblins of the tribe couldn't pull off. This could be your chance to go down in Lictoad history. So that's the first of, a couple of, but that sets the stage. So there's been a little bit of an issue. You ran off one of the, well, someone that's been writing things down. It's being naughty. And now some fireworks were found, made some spectacular burning down of the house, and you're outside of the moot house. Lying at the center of the village, the chief's moot house is a veritable museum of Lictoad heroics, crammed with trophies such as stolen weapons, shiny bits of treasure, and brine-pickled bodies of dozens of brutally slaughtered small animals, mostly dogs. His mighty girthness, Chief Gutwendel I still have problems with it. His mighty girthness, Chief Wendwattle Gutwad, rules the Lictoad village atop his mighty teeter chair, which is 6 foot high and allows him to more properly look down upon his subjects. By tradition, the chief does not speak to his subjects directly. Instead, he employs an advisor called Slurb. The chief has convinced the tribe that words that come from his mouth are so mighty that they may frighten away all the words from the lesser goblins. Only his duly appointed advisor, Slurb, an overdressed pompous goblin, can handle the might of the chief's words without fainting from fear. So, in the morning you're ushered to the chief's moot house. You are ushered in by Slurb, and you sit down in front of Chief Gutwandel, in front of his mighty teeter chair, and expecting to hear Slurb talk to you. You are looking at Slurb and not the chief. And you're all surprised when Chief himself actually speaks to you directly. You are all heroes, each of you. You are the best of the Lictoads, but for me, and maybe Slurb. That you are not fleeing in terror from the mighty sound of my voice is proof that you need. Yet soon all Lictoads will know your might, for I have picked you for a dangerous mission. You know about the fireworks and the map? The fireworks are fun, but the map is more fun. It shows the route where we can find more fireworks, where Scribbleface found the fireworks. And it says that, and I want them for Lictoads. You go get them tomorrow. Tonight we have big bonfire. We burn away bad luck. We play games. You prove yourself worthy of this mission by the dares of the tribe. And tomorrow night you fetch me fireworks. If you meet men, you make them dead. If you meet dogs, you make them dead. If you meet horses, you make them dead. If you meet lots legs eat goblin babies many, maybe you should run. And if you do not find the fireworks, do not come back or we feed you to Squealy Nord. And Slurb, after that speech, ushers you from the moot house, explaining that we have one firework left, and tomorrow when you leave for your quest, you'll have this on your journey, for it may aid you to get us more fireworks. And the rest of the day is spent watching all the other goblins essentially making a big bonfire and slaughtering some animals for the big feast. And resting, because goblins, well, they're nocturnal. So daytime is not a good place for the goblins to be. The next one. Sorry, there's so many. So as night falls, a group of 4 struggling goblins carry the teeter chair with Chief Gutwandle sitting on top. The chief lights the big bonfire with one of the few remaining fireworks and signals the start of the festivities to come. All night there are many foods to try. The chief brings out some ale from his personal stock. There's dancing, and once rumour gets out that you are going to be on this auspicious mission to get more fireworks for the tribe, the dares start coming from the tribe. The tribe you must prove yourself to the tribe that you're worthy of such a mission to become legends. So I do need to ask, does anyone want to actually drink any of the alcohol that's brought out for you?
Of course. Yes.
Lots.
Of course.
Okay, so I'm just going to quickly bring these up. And so the alcohol isn't very good, but it's good from what goblins actually have. It's made of rotten bits of fruit found around the place, and pretty much anything that they can figure out to think that makes it nice. It is quite hardy. It's not soft liquor, that's for sure. But it's normal human consumption would not be advised. So that's about as much as I'll say. The first dare that you must prove yourself to is that there is a legend around. There's a few legends in the Licto tribe, and one of the living legends is Squealy Nord. In the centre of the village is a large pit of refuge in front of the moot house. And I'll bring it across that screen now. So in front of the moot house is a large pit. And inside the pit is Squealy Nord. Squealy Nord is a ferocious boar that was captured, followed the Lictoads home on one adventure many years ago. And Squealy Nord is a curiosity and great fear of the Lictoad tribe. The curiosity is his ability to eat everything that's thrown into the pit. The fear is his ability to eat dead goblins that are thrown into the pit. So there's a lot of superstition that goes around Squealy Nord and a lot of fear, and no one wants to go near him. On top of that, the dare that you are given is to dance with Squealy Nord. You are to ride Squealy Nord, and to get a prize. The mechanics are 3 ride checks, which are handle animal checks, of DC 15, and you may get thrown off, which may hurt you.
I would like to try and ride it. Let's go. I'm good with riding, so I'm gonna jump up and I'm gonna ride.
Oh, you go, Rita!
Yeah!
I'm just going to do something really quickly. There we go. That'll fill up our bar. So, Rita, you are about 10 goblins jump into the pit all at once. And it's about 10 foot down. Or so about 5 foot down, really. And they all jump into the pit and they wrestle Squealy Nord. They get some ropes around him and drag him out. There's a little bit of a chute that goes down into the pit itself. So he's strapped up, he's waiting there. As you get on him, they give you the rope to hold on to, and they let go. So can I have a single handle animal check for your first handle animal? You can just click on your sheet, because you may have a bit more bonuses than that. But 18, you succeed. Squirrely Nord is let go, and he bolts down the chute. He goes down the tunnel at a ferocious speed, and he's bouncing off the tunnel from left to right, trying to knock you onto the tunnel itself. As he gets into the pit itself, they shut the gate behind you, and you're now in the pit with him. Can I get a second roll, please?
Reader.
There we go. And he stops suddenly. He gets into the pit and just stops. And you get thrown into the refuge. All the goblins laugh. And they're throwing more things into the pit itself, because you need to get more covered in refuge in there. So you have failed to dance with Squirrely Nord. And you are let out of the pit. Does anyone else want to try to dance with Squirrely Nord?
I want to try!
Again, a large group of goblins jump into the pit, grab hold of the ropes of Squirrely Nord and pull him out down the chute and get ready for you to ride him in. As they let go, can I have one single handle animal, please?
Here we go, Squealy! Oops, shouldn't have been that.
That's okay. So take the first one, which is the 7, and as he lets go, you're forgetting to actually hold the rope. And he bolts down the pit, and you're just falling on your butt. And once again, everyone's laughing at you and just think it's hilarious.
If I can do it, no one can.
Oh, that's Squealy.
Does Poog of Zorongle want to have a go?
Yes, he does.
Again, the same thing. They drag Squirrely Nord out, they get ready, and they wait for you to actually do your ride check as you let go.
Poog, you can't do it. Oh, I guess he can.
And you, so I was on the screen. Oh my god, you let go and you're riding him down there. You're waving your hand off. Yeah, I can do this. And a second's. A second roll, please, as they shut the gate behind you and you're in there. And again, he just stops and snorts at you as you fall flying into the refuge over a squelch. And then as you get up, all the goblins are laughing at you, and Squirrely Nord just chases you around the pit for a while before the goblins actually release you from the pit, because they're having way too much fun, and Squirrely Nord is definitely having a lot of fun. Because he thought he was going to have some extra dinner tonight. So you've all three of you have failed to actually ride or dance with Squirrely Nord. The second day of the night is as you're cleaning yourself up, or if you do clean yourself up, it's up to you. You see a large sack being brought out from one of the tents, and I'll show that to you now. So a large sack is brought out. Now, bull slugs are black wriggling slugs about the size of sausages. Think large sausages. Even among the goblins, they're considered to be particularly foul tasting because of the large amounts of slime they exude. Difficult to chew, and they're just wrong. Covered in the wicker basket. The covered wicker basket containing a bag of slugs is brought before the players, and the idea here is you need to eat 5 slugs. You get 1 fail, as in 1 retry. It is a DC 13 Constitution save. If you actually eat the slug and it's a DC 13 Constitution save to eat the slug and spit out the poison sac. it is a DC 10 to just eat the slug with the poison sac. So, who wants to have a go at this?
I do.
You can actually all do this at the same time if you want.
Yes, I will also eat
So
it, and
two.
I want to bite it extra hard.
Do we have Pugazongle?
I want to slurp it all in one go.
Okay, so if you pass 10 but don't get 13, you have the option of eating the poison sac as well, just as a catch, just as a heads up there. So can I get everyone to do just one Constitution save each? 1, 2, 3. That's it. Okay, so yeah, Chuffy is the only one to actually eat the slug, and as you're biting into it, you work your tongue around, separate the poison sac from the rest of the slug, and spit the poison sac out, and then chew, and just eat the rest. Poog, Rita, it's just, as soon as you put it into your mouth, it's sliming around, it's still alive, and it's just wrong, and it's just exuding so much slime in your mouth, you can't swallow it, and you have to spit out the entire slug. So, can we get a second one, please? Just one each, please.
Oh no! Oh, look at that!
Oh, natural 20! I ate all of them!
I'll allow you 2.
Yes.
A 2 at
I ate
once.
up ground!
Yes. So, this time you went, you just go, oh no, and you try to stuff 2 in your mouth. Somehow, as you're chewing, the sacs get ejected out of the bodies, and you're able to spit them out without any issue. So you know 2. Yeah, Chuffy, you just couldn't do it this time. It's just not going to happen. And Poog, you're just feeling ill now. You don't think you're going to be able to continue. You're feeling like you're about to throw up. There's just so much slime just swimming around your mouth. You don't know how it happened, but you seem to have actually bit into the poison sac itself, into the slime, and your mouth is just full of slime, and you just can't get it out of your mouth at the moment. There's no slug, but just your mouth is just covered inside, and it's just disgusting. What was that?
I take my dog sticker and try to scrape my tongue off.
So you get your large blade and you're scraping the slime out of your mouth. Oh, that's disgusting. So can we get just Chuffy and Rita? And Chuffy is in the lead.
We're even.
Yeah,
So-
we were.
Yep. So this time Chuffy gets 2 in his mouth and just chews along and gets them down, spitting out the sacs. Oh wait, no. Am I right? Yes, okay. So you're both even on 3 each.
Yep,
That's a lot of critical rolls.
that is.
We haven't even gotten to combat.
We don't need those for combat, just
Yeah.
for eating
No.
slugs.
Yeah, just for slugs.
Haven't told you what the rewards are yet.
Mm.
It might be worth it.
Isn't eating slugs enough of a reward? Just torturing these poor old slugs? Screw them!
So can I get another roll, please?
God.
Okay. Chuffy, you're getting there. You're one away from completing the dare. You have 1 fail though. And Rita, is that your first fail or is that your second fail?
That's my second fail.
Yeah, I think it's just too much. That's just too too much slime, too much wrongness in your mouth, and you feel like you're going to throw up. So Rita, you've got one last chance.
You mean Chuffy?
So Chuffy has one last chance. Yes, it. Yes.
Okay.
Massive cheers go up. The crowd is actually excited. The cheers are actually bigger than when everyone was falling off Squealy Nord, because they're happy cheers, not just funny cheers. So in the excitement, Slob comes in front of you, and instead of a grand gesture, he just throws a sword in front of you and walks off through the crowd. And you know the sword as the Gorge of Gluttons. And I'll put it down in chat and I'll show you as well. So the Gorge of Gluttons is a +1 dog slicer, which is Bane versus horses. So it's 2d6 versus horses on top of its normal +1. So if you're not rolling those natural 20s in combat, that may help you against the.
I pick it up and I look at it. Oh.
Now, the second last dare that comes in, they're quite impressed with you being able to get through the slugs, but how are you at hiding? A lot of cultures have a game of hide and seek. Goblins have the most fun version, because the Goblins version is hide or get hit. So in the Goblin version, you actually have to hide on the map. You can't swim, I will point that out, but you hide on the map. I will just keep it zoomed in at the moment, but you can move your token to wherever it needs to be. And after you're ready and hidden, all the goblins of the tribe, or 40 of them, will go searching for you. If they find you, they get to hit you once each. So
Okay,
each person,
I didn't hear the setup to that. What was that again?
you get to move all of your characters to wherever you want in the map, and you can't swim, so that's an important note. Nothing in the water. If all 40 goblins get to search for you, if they find, like, anyone that finds you gets to hit you once. So move your token to wherever you want, wherever you think will be a good hiding spot. That's one gone.
Do I see if this log is hollow or not?
Which log? The logs are hollow if you wanted to go into the log.
Is this a tree over here or up here? Northeast?
Yeah, they're fairly dead trees, but yes, they are trees.
I'm gonna climb it.
Can I get a climbing check, please?
Is that athletics or
Athletics.
Oh boy.
You're dead.
You climb the tree and there's a massive splash as you start getting up and then just slip off and fall into the water. And then you realise you can't swim! So I'm just going to move your token. There. And then a horn goes off. As you're still paddling in the water trying to get to the bank. A large horn goes off and can I get a hide check from everybody? Chuffy, you're going to get a -5 to this because you're still trying to get to the bank. You're making a lot of noise in trying to get out of the water.
Oh my goodness.
So that's not good for Chuffy.
No.
Chuffy's gonna get hit.
In the Pathfinder version of this, Chuffy can get over 30 in his hide check. Pathfinder does stealth very differently.
Yeah, but not when I'm in the water.
Yeah.
Splashing and dying.
We still need one from Poog. Oh boy. They're not really good rolls. So Rita, Poog. Okay, yeah, well, we'll see how we go. So how we do this is, now, depending on where you are, depends on how many dice of how many people come near your vicinity, and then I roll a spot check for those that come through your vicinity. Because not all 40 are going to be and actually see where you are. But it actually depends on where you are on the map, depends on how many dice I roll. But you've all picked some interesting places, so it's good choices. So firstly, for Poog, 8 people come through your direction. And I'll give them a few more minuses because you are actually hiding inside a log. So not the total, but the individuals. 18 minus 6 is 12. That comes, yeah, 2 the 2 of the 18s are actually only 12s, and they do find you. And they both hit you for only 1 damage. As they're trying to get you out of the log to hit you more, but you're hidden in there so well, they can see you, but they can't actually hit you while they're trying to hit you inside that log. For Rita, all the way down to the bottom of the map.
I'm trying to hide in the little hole that I can see.
Okay. So you're way off map. Only 3. And Rita actually had the only decent score, so we'll see if you survive this. It's possible to actually roll low and just have a good place. 3. Roll. And only 1 finds you though. And he gets to you and hits you with 2 damage. So I should do the damage as well. And Poog's already done. And Chuffy in the water. Chuffy. So you had a -3, so -5 to your 8 roll. On the upside, you're out of the camp, which means you don't get as much searching for you. So it can happen. And there's only 3 that actually may find you. And out of that, only 1 finds you. That was actually a lot closer than it should be, but yes. And takes 1 point of damage.
How did I take the most damage with 17 stealth?
How did Chuffy only get found by 1 person? 1.
They don't like the water either.
That's the thing. Yep. And so you're all called back in. I'm just going to drag your characters in. Because I'm zoomed out, I can do it quickly. There we go. and go back into the map. There we go. So you're dragged back in after a horn, goes off. The all clear is sounded, and it's realised that each one of you got spotted, and you get no prize for your dare. You all failed in the hide or get hit.
We all got hit.
You all got hit.
Yes, we did.
The last dare of the night is the Rusty Earbiter. Now the Rusty Earbiter is infamous around the Lictobe tribe. It is a thing of fascination and even greater fear than Squealing Nord. It's a hollow coil of rusty wires, barrel hoops, bent swords, thorny branches, vines, and pretty much anything that can draw blood or cut. It's kept behind the moot house, the chief's moot house, when not in use, and it is so named for the fact that it has claimed many goblins' ears in the past, and the Rusty Earbiter still has goblin ears stuck inside the coil from many years of use. The challenge here is to get from one end to the other. You have to do 3 escape artist checks. I think it's differently in. So I think it's athletics. I'll just make sure. Where are we? So acrobatics or athletics?
Oh, okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Is my big head gonna really screw me over here?
Yes. You have disadvantage for every single roll during this situation. So if you're on disadvantage, you roll twice, and you choose the worst of that rolls. So you need either acrobatics or athletics to get through it, and in so you need DC 12. And if you fail, you get hurt. If you keep failing, you get stuck, and you keep getting hurt. And if you're stuck, yeah, you may just get left in there. So just as a heads up. This one can end up quite serious. But hey, you can always sing to get back to life. So does anyone want to try?
Oh yeah. Now I have it said on my in here that I have escape artist +8 and acrobatics +8, but on my sheet it only says +6.
Only.
Hold on a moment. Oh no, that's the conversion across from Pathfinder. Pathfinder does starting like first level abilities far higher than.
Gotcha. So minus +6 then.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's how Chuffy could get. That's how Chuffy could get like 30 in the Pathfinder version of this for a hide check, which is just bonkers because the goblin spot check is actually D20 -1. He's almost impossible to fail.
Okay.
So
I'm going for it.
You're going for it? Okay. Tyler, did you want to go for it?
Yeah.
So we've got 2 people going for it. We'll do it at the same time. The plus side here is if you get stuck at the start, you can always get out. If you get stuck in the middle, that's when things get serious. So just as a heads up.
Okay.
So can I get the acrobatics or athletics? Either one, just one of each. Or one from each person. I'm scrolled up.
Who does a little prayer, does a little hand signal, and then runs for it.
Well, if you want to cast... Well... Okay. So what did I say? Did I say 13?
I think so.
I think I said 13. So, you're both trying to find. You're both pushing each other out of the way to try to get into the rusty earbiter, and as such, you're not actually getting into the rusty earbiter because you're fighting your way into it. So you can both try again, and you don't cop any damage at this point.
Oh my gosh.
And still, you are pushing. One of you gets there, and you get thrown back, and the next one gets thrown back, and you cannot even get to it. All the goblins are laughing from both your attempts of actually just trying to get into it, and you can't get into it at all.
Both of you get out of the way. I want to try and run in.
You want to try run in? Okay.
Yes. I see them screw up, so I'm gonna go for it.
Okay. You both got 4 damage in the second.
Oh.
And Reader charges in. Make sure you click on disadvantage on that roll.
So it's just another one, or is that better?
Well, do it again. I don't think you're going to get higher than that. Yeah. It'll be the lowest because you have disadvantage. Yes. So you're also throwing yourself into that, and all 3 of you are trying to get in, and you also cop 2 damage because all 3 of you are still trying to get in, and everyone is laughing at this comedy routine of errors. So because you're still not in, you can always stop. But as I said, if you get in, that's when things get a bit more serious. So did you want to keep going, all 3?
I'm going.
So if you're going, do a roll.
Yes.
That's 1 out of 3. So you're in the middle. Well, at least you're past the entrance. You're getting through, and there's a cheer when you finally get into it because now you're committed. Now you're committed, and everyone's on. Oh, how many years will you lose? And you think there's bets going on. Can I get a second?
I see Chuffy. I see Chuffy do it, and curse on him. I think about it, then I go for it.
Okay, so do your first one then.
I clicked the wrong.
Not at all. There we go.
Yeah.
Whew!
They're all hedgehogs in his head.
Well, you get in. You're pretty much. Chuff is in front. Poog is just behind him, and they're trying to push your way through. You're both in. You're both committed. Can I get a second? Acrobatics or athletics? That's good. That's bad. So, Poog helps another single point of damage, and Chuffy's getting there. He's almost through. You've got one more check before trying to get out. You've passed the halfway mark. You're past the dangerous point where you're just going to get stuck forever and left in there forever. So, can I get another roll from both, please? So yeah, both of the back end, you're both trying to scramble out. Chuffy, you think you almost actually make it, but Poog is actually using your legs to pull his way through, and he's holding you back by getting himself out. In doing so, you cop a little bit of damage on your legs, which is another 1 point of damage. I'm just seeing this health bar slowly drop down. Another roll from both. See if you can both get out.
I can do this. No, I can't.
With a +6.
Even with +6.
Now, before when I was trying to say I was said a prayer, you were going to say something.
I was going to suggest, would you like to cast guidance on yourself? I don't know if you actually have guidance. I'll just check your...
Is that, I think that...
Guidance is the first level, sorry, cantrip. Should be in chat now. So you can touch one willing creature, you can get +4 to an ability check.
Yeah. I would like to cast guide.
Yeah. There we go. And what I'll do is I'll quickly just put it onto your sheet that you will have guidance for this roll. So do your roll. You pray to Zorongul for guidance and for help and assistance.
Zorongul, you're powerful dog flame wielding. Please assist me.
So you both get 12. From this point, you are so covered in blood, both of you, that, I mean, your clothing in tatters, and you're so covered in blood that you actually somehow get out. But you're just like, yeah, you're not well, and you both cop a little bit of damage. Both cop a further 3 damage from getting out. But you are actually out.
And I pass.
You pass out. You do pass out. Okay. That makes things quite easy after this. As cheers go up that you do get out, Poog is left on the ground, and Slob comes up to both of Poog and Chuffy and just kicks Poog a little bit and looks a little bit, doesn't look concerned, just a little bit irked that he's not responding, and then gives Chuffy a robe.
Chuffy's getting all of the good stuff.
Yes, but look at the health bars and how much risk there was. It really, they're not coming easily. So the night goes on. The rest of the night goes uneventful. You come back the next day. You wake in the morning. Poog's healthy again. Back to full hit points. There you go. Bring everyone back to full again. There we go. And I'll give you...
Poog just wakes up like... Did I win?
Well, nope. That's up... I was going to say that's up to Chiffy to say. Apparently Chuffy said you didn't win.
No, didn't win. Nope.
As Chuffy's got a brand new robe. So the robe of very useful, the very useful robe that is very useful, is a robe of useful items with only 4 patches left. It has a ladder, a 3-legged turtle, a horseshoe, and a bullhorn. So what you make of that and what you can do with that is up to you. But all you have to do is pull off a patch and the item is there. And the ladder will be... Yeah. But it's not as useful as a proper useful robe. Semi-useful maybe.
But it's
so,
a cheap personal robe.
It is. The chief's personal robe.
I've seen one of those. They're kind of cool.
Yeah. So pretty much all the things are the chief's personal belongings, but then again, anything that's worth value is the chief's personal belongings. And he lends them out.
Does he have more things?
Well, you don't know because you didn't win the dares.
but when I live in the village, won't I see him with his personal stuff?
Yeah. You know that there's more stuff.
Okay,
like
there is more stuff.
His moot house is just stuff and junk and items. Anything that the tribe brings or collects or finds essentially goes to the chief, and the chief lends them out when needed. But they're still the chief's, because the chief is the leader of the tribe. But what we're going to do is going to have a 5-minute break now, so I've got to do a little bit of paperwork in the sheets, because Rita's gotten 2 dares. So
I mean, Chuffy.
Yeah, Chuffy.
Chuffy has got 2 dares.
I didn't want to say anything, but
I wanted to say something. Thank you very much.
my deception is quite low, so I have to just say the truth.
Yeah. I will say that it's throwing me because whenever we've had female cast members come in, they've always gone to Rita, and that's what's throwing me.
Female. Yep.
That's exactly it.
You can look at it like this. I've got long hair too, so
I'll make mine look shorter. Earrings off. Okay, 5 minutes. You said.
Yeah. So just gonna have 5 minutes. So thanks for watching. We'll be back 5 minutes, and I'll just switch you across to our bio screen so you can actually see some of the characters and some of the bios and everything else. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Thanks for watching, and stick around. And welcome back. My name is Karsh the Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave. We're going into Act 2 of Be Goblins, a show about a group of misfitted goblin adventurers that are trying to become heroes of their local tribe by tracking down and finding fireworks. So what could possibly go wrong? Well, this is what's going to go wrong. Oops. Shouldn't make sure I unmute everybody. Always important. So we find ourselves the next night. We have ventured out into the swamps. Before you did head out, Slorb actually approached the group and said, and actually gave you a firework. The firework is a large cylindrical piece that is quite bulky in itself, and it explains that if you light it, it takes a little bit for actually to shoot, and it's called a skyrocket. And he asks who wishes to actually hold it.
Who will take it?
So Poog. So
Yeah.
I'll put it onto your character sheet that you have the skyrocket. And it's now in your macros as well. And Chuffy, if you notice, if you click on your character sheet, you have the macros for the dare winnings as well lined up. So the two that don't say empty are the two that you've got. So that's your Gorge of Gluttons and your Robe of Very Things that may be useful, but most likely are not. So as we venture out of the swamp, it is night time. So we do use dynamic lighting in Roll20, and because goblins are more active in the night time, this is where our adventure is going to set place. You're about halfway through the journey and you're just going through the swamps, and this is where you find yourself, going through the swamps. You can move freely, but don't go too far. Like, don't just drag right across the map. Boom.
I can't see the map. It's a black.
That happens.
Oh,
There you go.
it's on east. Okay, got it.
Yep. So that does happen. Sometimes it doesn't drag across the has sight. That should be right. You should be able to see now. We're on the...
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a huge map, but we're on the right side of it. So if you can freely move, you cannot swim, so I will point that out. So no swimming in the marshlands. And you're trying
Do
to
we know
go
where we're going?
to the other end of the, well, the other side of the bridge.
Okay, so we're just crossing the bridge. Okay.
Just crossing the walkways at the moment.
Hey, guys, I'm pretty good at sneaking. Do you want me to sneak, or are we just running?
Yeah, we can sneak. Let's go sneak. I'm also good with sneak.
I can try.
If you're all doing sneak, you can try to do sneak rolls, please.
I thought that first one was mine.
So did I. And for Poog, is Poog sneaking as well?
Yes. Poog's pulling up his character.
Yep. If you double click on the top of the character, it will actually minimize down onto your screen. Okay. I'll take guidance off because I was still on from the last time. There we go. But 10, 6, and 25.
That 6 was a natural 1.
Yep, I know. I know, I saw that. But Chuffy's doing really well. You can keep going. You don't notice if you actually, if you failed. You still think you're perfectly sneaky.
I'm sneaky. I'm just... No one can see me.
Yeah. And do you want to just stop there, please? So generally speaking, when the turn order turns up, that's where you want to stop. And yeah, because stuff is about to happen.
But they don't see us, so it will be all fine.
No, they don't see you at all. Can I get initiative rolls, please, from everybody?
Oh jeez, I just caught the toad.
Well, so that's an initiative.
Wow.
So that's some pretty damn initiatives. Why didn't you do that for your sneaking? We wouldn't have just passed this act and just gone straight to the finale. Totally passed this act. For some reason... Oh, that's
that
fine.
wouldn't be fun. Also, the dynamic lighting, I'm not sure. I have a less big circle around me than what you have. I don't know if that matters much.
They should also be on the same, but I'll have a look. I've got it set to 20, so 45-20. On all three. That's correct.
Okay.
In theory it should actually be 60-30, but it actually works a little bit better at 25, so 45-30. Because the maps aren't huge.
Yeah.
So it gives a little bit of stuff. So as you're going through, can I get a perception check, please, from all three people? All three goblins. Chuffy's just too focused on the hiding, yep.
Chuffy, no one sees him, but he sees no one either.
Yes. Looking himself in the mirror, it's like, am I hiding? Am I not? Am I hiding? Am I not?
Pook, do you see anything?
Perception.
Okay, so that makes things okay. So even though you have really great initiatives, you don't actually notice that the things that are going to attack you actually are there, so they're going to attack you.
But they don't see us. We're hidden.
No, they don't see Chuffy. He's hidden. Totally hidden. Yeah, amazingly hidden. So it's going to move to here. 1, 2, 3, and he's going to do a tongue attack. So, and this one is going to stay there. Actually, no, going to move to there and do a tongue attack. So bring these up here. So I'll do it from the top first. So this one with Rita. As you're swimming along, like so, you're just sneaking along, you think everything's fine, everything's great, and then suddenly from the water, a tongue just darts out of the lake and hits you. You are now grappled, and you're restrained. You cannot move other than going towards that in the top. So you can't do anything but go towards there. Otherwise, you'll have to do a strength or essentially try to get out of the grapple or whatnot. So an escape artist check, essentially. The second one from the bottom, same thing but a Poog, because Poog is also hiding. Sorry?
Who got grappled?
Rita got grappled initiative, and Poog, you're also grappled. So you're both grappled.
So I got a big sticky tongue around me now.
You've got a big sticky tongue around both of you. And now it's Poog's initiative at 27.
Sacred Flame is a touch spell, right?
I think it's a target spell, but you've got something right on you and you can just touch that if you wanted. I'll give you a +5 to attack it if you're just going to touch the thing right onto him.
Yes, so I'm going to Sacred Flame its tongue.
That's a good choice.
Burn.
Yep. So it's going to be 6 damage and it's got a DC 12 to resist. For nothing. Okay. It resists the damage. You do hit it, but it doesn't seem to do any damage to it, unfortunately. Do you want to try a movement action? Your movement can only go... Your movement can only go in that direction, though.
I stay still.
Yep.
Your movement can only go.
Yeah. No problem. So that leaves us to the next turn, to Rita.
Alright. So
But,
I would.
actually, right.
Yeah.
I'm 22, aren't I?
Oh wait, yes, you're 22. That's there we go. Chuffy. So you're almost in order.
Yeah. Is this water or is that?
That's water.
Okay. Okay. Then I am going to throw a dart at this one, at the north one.
Yep. He's just out of the water enough for you to throw a dart. And a 20 is certainly a hit for 8 piercing damage. That is a serious attack.
Where did that come from?
And so you can actually see should be able to see the health bar of how much that attack did.
Oh, awesome. I think I'm gonna stay there.
So nothing else?
Well, wait. I can. I could hide as a bonus.
You could.
I'm gonna hide.
Okay. So do your hide check. So you have come out of hiding by doing your attack, and you're pretty much out in the open, and you're back into hiding. However you need to be, even if you're ducking like onto the planks themselves.
Yeah.
Rita, it is your go.
Alright, so I see that this tongue is around me, and I see that it comes from somewhere in the water. So I would like to take my short bow and shoot an arrow at it.
Yep. So do your shot. And a 15. 15 is totally a hit, 7 points of damage.
Yes.
Oops, where am I? -7. And it is totally not enough to totally kill it though. But it is hurt. Your movement options are only in the direction towards it if you want to do a move.
So the water before me, is it shallow? Can I walk in it, or is it? Am I gonna drown?
It's deep, and you can't swim.
Okay, so then I'm gonna stay here.
Okay. So it's their turn. Can I get a strength check for Poog, please? Not athletics, just pure strength. So a saving throw. Sorry, I should have said. Okay. So if you passed, if you got close, I would have went to there, but because you didn't, you went to there.
No.
And that's where you currently are. Rita, can I have the same, please?
Well, I'd rather not also roll a natural one.
And let's see how.
No. Not much better.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so that way. But you're still holding onto the side. You have something you can hold onto, which is right there.
Right,
so you're not in the water, but he's pulling you towards the water. Poog,
on the thing.
You splashed. You're actually in the water. Yeah. And that's their go. That's all they're doing. He's trying to pull you into them.
I'm gonna try and...
I didn't hear the rest of that. I just heard...
Hello?
Yep, I just heard that I'm going to try.
Wiggle.
He's trying to wiggle loose.
Okay. You don't seem to be able to wriggle loose. You need a 13 to try to get out of that grapple. Do you want to try and move? You can only move towards him. On the upside, that means land.
I will move.
Yeah. So you're out of the water. You try to wriggle out of his tongue, and then it's like, well, no, I can't get out. So you use his own tongue as a rope to pull yourself to land, because that's also where he wants you to be. But at least you're out of the smelly, stinky, disgusting swamps, where there's usually worse things than these things, than sticky tongues. There's also snapjaws.
Yeah.
Chuffy.
Okay, I'm going to take out the Gorge of Gluttons and try to cut. So I'm going to move over here and try to cut his tongue.
Okay.
And free Rita.
Yep. So an attack roll.
That's the...
So
that's this one, right?
that's exactly it. That's a hit. That's 11 damage.
Oh
Holy crap.
I think that's enough to kill it.
Yeah.
You know those paper cuts you get in your tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's enough to kill it if you hit him, but you definitely chop his tongue off. And Rita is no longer grappled.
Hey, Rita, can I have that tongue? And then unwrap her.
I get the tongue and I accidentally drop it in the water.
Oh,
Sorry, I was trying to get it. I'm hanging here.
I wanted that. Okay, I'm going to... well, maybe I'll move over to this side of the bridge.
Yep.
And look and try to see what's going on over there. That's my turn.
Okay. And Rita. I was going to ask for just a simple athletics to climb back on. It's only going to be DC 7.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics, or either one, because they do both work.
Alright. So I get back up, I assume?
Yep, no problem. And what would you like to do?
Alright, so I would like to first of all move a bit, not in the water.
No,
Um,
obviously.
If I take a running start from the other side of the bridge, can I jump to where Poog is?
You can actually jump. The mechanics say you can jump as many feet as you have strength.
Alright, so that's 13 feet. I don't know how you did that.
So that's on your left-hand side.
Then. I've got 13. It's 15.
So you'll come close.
All right, I'd like to jump. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna jump there. I'm gonna help Poog.
Okay. I'll ask for another acrobatics or athletics just to try to get that last one, but it's going to be a DC 15. Just get that last 2 feet. Otherwise, you're still going to be there. You're just going to fall short by 2 feet.
Yeah, I got a 14.
Yeah. So you're almost there. You're essentially splashing in the water.
Here?
I'll say there, just because you can't stack characters. But you're almost on the edge of that land there. And you can easily get yourself out.
This is land, right? With a big tree on it?
It is.
Can I try to hide as a bonus action behind the tree from looking at the frog? Or the sticky tongue?
You get up, you do a little bit of a run and jump into the water, you're just on the embankment, and then your hiding is like, well, you all have to do is sink your head into the water. Your veil is going to be wet though.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what? No, I'm not gonna stick my head on the water.
Okay. So that's a no to your hide check.
So I'm gonna hide?
Well, you can do a hide.
Okay. I'll do a hide.
Okay, so 20.
Yeah.
That's a pretty decent hide compared to what you did when you came through here.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm in the water. It doesn't see me. I'm in his natural habitat.
As opposed to in your natural habitat out of the water where you failed miserably. Yeah, sure. So, actions are this. This one disappears, you don't see. It essentially disappears under the water. And
I mean, it was dead, so yeah.
it wasn't dead, but you chopped his tongue off.
Ah, okay.
And that's how they eat, and that's not a really good thing. He was also almost dead. The other one on the other hand, his drones try to do a big attack. And that's the attack. So that's what happens when you finally get to where they're actually standing. The attack hits, I believe, by 2. Yes, the attack hits. You take 8 points of acid damage as he actually engulfs you, because he's bigger than you. And that's where you are. On the other side, you're still alive. Inside him.
Barrel.
So there you go. You're on 2 hit points inside the frog. Poog, it is your go. Inside a frog.
Let's see.
Oops. There we go.
I cast burning hands.
Ouch! I'll allow you to cast Burning Hands. You're going to do a lot of damage with that. I'm going to double the damage that you do because you're actually burning him from the inside. And I'll half the saving throw. So it'll be... Yeah, I'll half whatever he rolls for his saving throw because you're burning from the inside. Yeah, that was almost a 20. But no, you do with that, yeah, 16 points of damage. And he's on less hit points. Oh,
I guess he doesn't like spicy food.
No, he's got a burning sensation inside of his gut at the moment.
Sure does.
He needs some ointment, maybe. Well, you don't have any movement, but you can cast twice in a round if you have a cantrip as well. You want to cast.
Sure.
You can cast it as a bonus action. I'm saying, because he's so close.
Let's give him a little extra kick, little Cajun spot. Sacred.
Once again, I'll half his save, but while he's giving penalty on that save, yeah, no, you finish him off with the Sacred Flame. There you go. And now you've got very little health and you're stuck on an island.
I turn to how long's that ladder on?
10 foot.
Okay, well, if I did it from, if I did the ladder from there, would that work?
Yeah.
Okay. So I take the patch off my useful robe of usefulness and I put the ladder.
I know. So yeah, you get the patch off and you pull it out, and as you pull it out, it just grows to a full-size ladder right before your arms, and you're holding one end and you're just laying it out, and you will still have to hold it to steady it because it just doesn't quite reach, but you can make it to the island if you keep holding on.
So they could come back over, is what you're saying?
Yep, they can come back over with it.
Okay.
Can I walk to the sticky tongue first? I would like to try and cut his tongue out.
Yep, you can cut his tongue out.
Okay, and I want to take it back over with the ladder.
Cooked too.
Yes, and it is freshly cooked.
And I want to give the tongue to Chuffy and say, here you go, sorry I dropped the last one.
Oh, thank you.
There you go, there's your ladder. And actually I'll take that off as well. And you're free to then keep on moving if you wish.
You guys want to sneak again? Because it works so well.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
One. That's 2. Can we get a good one?
Nope.
At least it's not. At least it's not. Yeah, what it was before.
Can I cast guidance?
The guidance is always have to be done beforehand. So you'll need to actually say, "I'm casting guidance," and when you do,
Okay.
I'll
remember that.
Yep, that's okay. It's always something you got to remember. It's a hard one to always remember. But yeah, can I also possibly suggest casting some healing, or finding a way of healing yourself because you're on 2 hit points?
Yeah, I was gonna couple charges on my wand.
Yeah, just as a heads up. So that's 3 points of health. Actually, that should be 5. I didn't do the calculation right.
I gain back 5.
Yeah, so you're up now at 7. That's correct.
Okay, cool.
Do you want to do another one or leave it at that?
I'll leave it at that for right now.
Okay. Well, the rest of your travels through the swamp are relatively uneventful. The map that you have is actually not that hard to follow, and you're going deeper and deeper into the swamp. I'm guessing you're now going to be going just as the sneaking side of things, and taking it the stealth route. You see things every now and then, and nothing actually encounters you until the rest of your journey. And we're going to have a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll have our finale. I think that was actually done quite quickly, because yeah, that's the first time we've had the sticky tongues in the game, and you dealt with them quite well, because that's really dangerous. If they can get you out of that catwalk and into their bellies, they're really, really dangerous.
But it's a good thing it was Poog, so he could basically blow him up from the inside.
I don't know if it was a good thing that you left Poog by himself. I think it was more of a case of once Poog was on the island, he could have maybe attacked from the island. But if you went into the water from the north, then there was no real way of attacking in the water against. So it was actually, yeah, it was a good choice, but still very dangerous. We may have had some singing. I'm sorry, we missed the singing. It'll be very soon, very, very soon.
Oh no!
I don't think we've done a show with no deaths yet.
And we're not even 4 people.
Yeah.
Even with 4 people.
Yeah, I hope I.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope I don't regret blowing one of my first levels.
You don't know. I think the most deaths we've had was 5, though.
Woo!
Yeah. 5 deaths with 4 people?
I think that was with 3.
Someone dying twice.
I think 2 people went down twice. Yeah. And almost all of it was in the same fight. So, wow. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break and come back with that fight. With our finale on Act 3. So, please stick around. Give us a follow if you haven't already. We also have subscriptions and donations and all that, because we're now finally an affiliate member, finally an affiliate Twitch membership. That's about all I'm going to say. Like, if you want to donate, that's up to you. Don't spend more than that's comfortable for you. But yeah, please. Other than that, we're going to take a 5-minute break and we'll be back with our finale. We've had our first bloodening from our goblins. That was actually a fairly serious encounter, and we'll move on to our finale and see how they deal with the maybe more serious encounter with a bit bigger threats. But we'll see, and that's what the finale is about. Will they find their fireworks? Will they use up their fireworks? Well, it's always fun to see. So we'll switch across to the bio page. Hopefully, like the story. Please have a look at Paizo Publishing. Pathfinder do an amazing job. They have some amazing stories, and this was just one of them. So we'll be back shortly. And welcome back to the stream. Once again, my name is Karsh the Goblin, this is the Goblin Cave, and we are playing We Be Goblins. So this is our third act of We Be Goblins for today, our final act, our finale. This is where all the danger, all the hurt, and all the songs come out to bring people back to life. So our brave, heroic, mischievous, fire-loving goblins have been braving their way through the swamp, hiding everywhere they can, sometimes successfully, sometimes unsuccessfully, and sometimes trying to hide inside frogs. But they have found their way to the X marks the spot. Now, in the swamp, there's a few dangers that are known well to the goblins. There's the snapjaws, crocodiles, sticky tongues, giant frogs, which we've found, wild boars, and things like that. Some of the really ones to run away from are the Lots Legs Eat Goblin Babies mini, which thankfully we didn't encounter in this adventure, and Vorka. Now, Vorka used to be a member of the Goblin tribe. Vorka was actually one of the former chief's wives. Vorka didn't like one of the decisions of the former chief and killed him. She was ran out of the Lictoad village and now lives somewhere in the swamps. Vorka is known to be one of the most scary things in the swamp, mainly because she's a cannibal. She will eat anyone and anything, and she is very ferocious and very powerful. And this is where we find ourselves, outside of Vorka's residence, deep into the swamps. So now that I've scared you, this is where we are. So we'll keep our same stealth rolls, so we don't have to re-roll.
We don't. I don't think we have. Do we not have the map?
Oh, I haven't moved you. So I haven't moved you back to the same map again.
Okay.
So in the break, I was showing the cast members the other map. Some of the other maps that I use in the show, because I have random options here. So we find ourselves at the edge of the swamp, or deep into the swamp, near an old tower that stretches off into the deeper waters. You're still hiding, still wandering through. Yes, one of those rolls are not as good as the others, but we'll keep it there because otherwise we just have a risk of making things even worse. So you can venture forth. If you spot something, tell me, and we'll pause. And yep.
I can't see the map.
Oh, again. Yep. So that's because I copy and paste. I've copy and pasted from the originals, which also had that same problem, and so every map will have that same problem. That should be fixed. Yes?
I see me now.
Okay, fantastic. Bottom corner of the map. So this part here on the map, which you can just see, it seems to be a rise, and a little bit of an escarpment. So it's about 5 foot at this point here, and you can see it goes into the swamp itself, and it gets less and less as we go on to here. And that's why there's a block on your vision, because you can't see over that rise.
Place to hide.
Yeah. And do you want to stop there? Because you can now see something here. So underneath the tree, Pooh can see a scroungy, mangy dog. He looks like he hasn't been eating well. He looks very ferocious and very wild. Can I get a perception check just from Poog? Okay.
can see the hell out of it.
You can see the fact that it seems to have a collar around its neck, and you can see that collar has a chain to it, and that chain is tied to the tree. You don't know how much chain there is, but he's definitely chained to the tree. So
we roll initiative.
Well, we don't need initiative yet. It's more up to what you're about to do. Depends on what happens.
I take a step back.
Yep.
And whisper to the others that there's nasty dog up ahead.
Dog? Kill dog. Let's kill dog. Let's go. Let's kill dog.
Yeah.
It's chained to the tree. We could sneak around.
I can shoot arrow at it. I can shoot arrow at it. Kill it.
I'm gonna move this way just a little bit, see if I can see what. No, but that just keeps going. Okay, so
Yeah.
come back. Okay.
So for those watching on stream, please no spoilers, because they're seeing me do a lot of stuff right now while you're talking. So yeah, so Rita, they still haven't spotted, like it still hasn't spotted you at that distance, and you can act, and if you want to trigger combat, you can trigger combat by shooting.
So the range of my short bow, I can hit 25 feet, right?
Yeah, easily.
Okay, yeah, I shoot it.
Okay. Ready. I've got Gorge of Gluttons out. Waiting for him to do that. See how long the chain is.
Yep. Do you attack? Oh wait.
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, I shoot.
Oh wait. Pig was going to say something.
And I'll pull out and I'll wait. Also wait to see how long this.
Okay. So if you're ready in action, the trigger will be if it comes in range. Is that correct?
That's what yep, that's mine.
Poog, is that the same for you? If it comes into your range, that's your trigger?
Yeah.
Okay. Because with reading in action, it actually needs a specific trigger that if it doesn't do that specifically, then it doesn't go off. But okay. So do your attack, do your shot.
So I do have Pathfinder thingies here. It says I get a +1 moral bonus on attack rolls against canines.
Yes, because you don't like dogs.
Yeah, but I don't know what +1 moral means.
So you do your attack and you get +1 to attack. So
okay, so just roll the attack first.
Yeah, roll to the attack. So that would be actually a 24. Yeah.
Okay, and it also says +2 moral bonus on weapon damage.
So that would be 10 damage.
Yes.
Nice.
And that's how much you just killed it by. That is how much you killed it by. You can see how big that taskbar has gone past. And it's
Good,
dead.
dog.
Yeah,
dead
very
dog.
much a dead dog. No initiatives called for.
Good.
Poog, did you see more dogs?
That's all I could see so far. I can maybe one of you can sneak ahead and maybe see some.
Okay, I'll sneak.
You sneak, I shoot.
Okay, don't shoot me. I'm sneaking. Okay, I'm sneaking around here.
Do your sneak roll, please, because we're kind of...
I'm sorry?
Can I get a sneak roll, please?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay, 17, yep.
All right. What do I see?
Okay. So if you can see something, tell me, because we're working off your vision, not off mine.
Okay, so I see that. I want to sneak around. Well, I turn back and look and say,
She sees a dog, so I walk up a bit as well. I try to be sneaky.
Can I get into stealth check, please?
Yes. Let's see.
Oh god! I do have a
master sneak.
I do have a perception rolled, and yeah, you've all just passed by miles, absolute miles. Chuffy's was the lowest.
Where'd you go, Rita? I don't even see you. I'm gonna go around this way.
If you get any closer, though, I'm gonna probably ask for another stealth check because that's getting
right
really close.
I would like to shoot the dog. I can see a dog here.
Yep. And I'm guessing same prepared actions.
Yes.
Whatever comes at you. Yep.
Oh, is this one chained?
No one's done a perception. That would be Chuffy, because Chuffy is the closest. It also looks like it's chained, yes.
Okay, so I've got Glutton's Gorge out, or Gorge of Glutton's out, ready if he comes within range.
Alright, I shoot.
It's so calculated, so prepared.
So that would be +1, so 15. And
15.
Then 9 points of damage.
Plus 9 damage, yep. It hits. And that's how much it's dead by.
Kill dog.
Yeah. That's actually like probably most careful we've had.
I see dog, I shoot dog.
Yeah. So this one was once again quite mangy. Looks like not well cared for, not well fed. And it hadn't seen you yet. Both of them did not see you.
Okay. So wait, we're looking for the explosives. I still see. All I've seen is dog.
Looking for dogs that kill dogs.
Yeah, well, okay, but also big explosions. All right, I'm gonna.
You can see out in you can see that there's a tower out here, but only through, like, in the darkness. You can just see the silhouettes in the little bit of light you can see tonight. So you can't see it fully, but
I missed the ping. I was
off to the left, directly left to you. You can see that there's a tower.
Gotcha.
Just make out in the darkness.
All right.
Can we look on the map to see if the tower is where we need to be going?
This is your X-Max, the spot.
Okay. So we need to go to the tower.
Yeah. So you'll probably start seeing it now a bit more fully, but yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So there seems to be a bridge.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, here I go. Okay.
And stop, please.
Yep.
And that's what happens as soon as you hit the bridge.
Shit.
As soon as you hit the bridge, you hear a splash. As something from underneath the bridge drops into the water, and then suddenly bzzz, a swarm of wasps start coming up from underneath the bridge, and they do not look happy that their nest got deliberately dropped into the water, as it looks like it's been, as you think it was a trap precariously sat underneath the bridge just for this. So, can I get initiative, please? I'll get the tournament up. For some reason my initiative token is not working, but I'll see if I can find it. That's not there. I'll just manually put it in then. Okay, 19 is my wasps. That's what I said. Oops.
So me and the wasps go at the same time.
Yep. So generally speaking, if you have in Roll20, if you have two at the same time, if it's two players, the players get to choose which one wants to go first. But if it's GM and the players, the GM gets to decide. And generally speaking, that means the GM's going to go first, which is pretty much what's going to go now. Yeah, this is the dangerous end of the game anyway. So can I get a dex save, please, from everybody here? DC 13.
Oh.
Oh.
And we all jump in the water and dead.
Oh, that's there. This is the first time people have actually set this off ever. Okay, so well, actually set this off so disastrously, but yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. Okay, so Chuffy, as the swarm comes up, it starts biting you and stinging you, and just gets under your clothing, gets into everything, gets at your passionate sores. They get at everything, and that's not damage. That's how much dex you just lost. So on your character sheet, you can actually minus dex from that, and it'll do all the calculations. Should do all the calculations from there.
Oh my gosh.
So it'll drop a lot of your skills too.
Yeah.
For Poogs, same thing. They come at you. They really are aggressive, and they attack you without fury, and you also lose 3 dex. And Rita lost 4. And they are really angry wasps. So all those calculated in?
Yep.
On the upside, you didn't lose any hit points.
Yeah.
So it's your goes. Poog?
Yeah. I'm going to cast guidance on
Who are you casting it on?
Rita.
Yep.
And then,
So Rita, you'll have guidance. I'll just click on your sheet. That wasn't set up.
I'm gonna burn these nasty bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you do your radiant sacred flame out against the bugs. They try to do, because it's a swarm, it's not going to affect as much as you think. I'll do a save, but we'll see what we do. Let's go. So they fail their save. You think you actually burn a few of them, but it still does very little to them because it's a swarm instead of a single one creature. Have you got any other actions or movement?
I'm going to move out of the cloud.
That was going to be my suggestion. That was totally going to be my suggestion. Because otherwise you would have been attacked again next round. And is that it for your go?
Yes.
Okay. So, and Chuffy.
Right, I'm going to use... gonna try to... The Gorge of Gluttons. Swing it around wildly. 23.
Once again, same thing, you're slicing and dicing and slicing and dicing, and the wasps just like move out of the way and then reform back, and although you think you got some of them, you don't think you really did anything to them. It's a swarm. It's like, yeah, you don't think a sword is the best option in this case. But I'm not saying you didn't kill any though.
Yep. And I'm going to go ahead and back up out of it.
And then we get new entrants.
Yeah. I just saw...
And get the order set up. But we were at Chuffy's go. There you go. Any other?
Can I hide?
Technically, you can hide.
I know.
Please tell me though where you're hiding and what you're doing to hide in that situation.
I know. Nope, that's it. I'm just gonna stay there.
Yeah. Okay. Rita, you're the most in the center of this.
I am. Well, I just saw them attacking the beasts, the little bugs, and it didn't really work. So, can I? Because behind Chuffy there is a door, I assume.
It's not a door; it's actually an opening.
Okay, so it's an opening.
Yes.
Can I see in the opening? I don't think so, right?
You can see what you can see. Chuffy didn't actually mention that there's something inside there.
No, I didn't say anything.
No, so she was backing up that way, and I would rather hide inside somewhere than in the bushes. So I'm gonna walk that way.
Yep.
Can I move past Chuffy?
You can move through another person's square, but you can't stop in their square. So you'll end up there.
And I see a dog.
And
how does that look?
And that's a ferocious looking. Yes.
But also a dog-like thing, or?
Yes, there's a dog up the top here.
Yeah.
And there's a
female goblin.
Yes. There's the evil legendary Vorka.
So I walked 5 squares right now, so that's 25 feet, I assume.
Yep.
I can walk 30. I don't know diagonally. Can I walk towards the dog?
Yep.
Too far.
You can get to here. Yeah.
Alright, I would like to slice it with my dog slicer.
Yep.
Because I see dog, I kill dog.
And you miss dog. And I think that's all of your actions. I can't think there's any others to go.
No, I could try to hide, but right now, no.
No. So we also get to the so all these map layers, and my wrong layer. There we go. So there's another one for the mix. And it's actually kind of in order. So we go to Cuddles. Yeah, it set itself in order. Fantastic. We go to Cuddles. Oh, sorry, there's one more. So this is why I mentioned like people end up dying on this finale, because there's a few things going on, generally speaking. So Cuddles. Cuddles attacks because, well, you're right there. Why not? Attack 22 hits and 6 piercing damage. And can I get a DC 11 strength check, please?
Saving throw or check?
Saving throw. It's the same thing, yes.
Nice.
Fantastic. He bites you and rips you and tries to pull you down to the ground, and you resist, and you are still on your feet, and there's nothing that's going to get you off your feet. At least that you think of.
Not even a dog. Especially not a dog.
No, not a dog. And so 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. You just stopped in the right spot.
Oh, shit.
You really stopped in the right spot, Foon. But he will move. Wrong button. Just that little bit closer, so he can get you properly. And so Lord Longtongue, as you're looking at Vorka, you're looking at Cuddles, then you just hear this water moving from behind you, and a larger frog than before actually comes out of the water and shoots his tongue out and misses. He shoots his tongue out and seems to actually get some of the wasp in his tongue, and he's very upset, and then just ducks down into the water again. The wasps start drifting that way. And they start dissipating a little bit. Poog of Zorongal, it is your go.
I will.
You can move there.
Do I see? Obviously, I can hear the fighting. Do I see any of it?
You can see what you can see with your from your point of view, if that makes sense. So, with dynamic lighting, what you can actually see from your character's point of view is what your character can see.
Okay. I can see through this crap.
So if you can see just a little bit, then that's okay.
How do you ping?
Hold down the mouse on the map. Yep.
I will pull out a javelin and try to chuck through the crack there.
Okay.
At that creature.
Whew.
Well, you throw the javelin and it misses you. And you have 5 javelins left. Volker looks not as concerned as you may think a person that's being attacked should be. And it is Volker's go. And it's at this point she pulls out a lit firework. And she moves to the back of the cabin here. And that's all she does.
So did she light it, or did
She pulls out and lights a firework, sorry.
Okay.
That was my mistake in yes. And she goes to the back. And she hides. Actually no, I'll go and she hides. Where's her hide check? So you don't see her going to the back. Well, you see her going to the back, you don't know exactly where she is. But there's stuff around, there's clutter and things like that. So it's not as empty as you see here. The boardwalk, though, is certainly quite empty. Chuffy, it is your go.
Alright. I'm going to rush toward the dog. And
We can't be in his same square.
I know.
There.
I was trying to. And I'm going to use Gorge of... I don't know, I can't remember Gorge of Glass, but what I'm using.
Whoa, that's a very good hit and a good 10 damage. And remember how much 10 damage was doing to those dogs outside? Cuddles here is definitely not as mangy. He seems to be much well fed and much stronger.
So I took about 15. I'm going to engage.
You went 20 feet.
I went 20,
15.
okay.
15, you were
Then
right.
Well, whatever. I'll disengage and move. You said, I mean, it's not as empty as it looks in here, so I want to try to actually, instead of disengage, well, no, I want to disengage and move back to whatever, something over here.
Yep. So you can't disengage, you can't hide when you're actually in base-to-base combat with someone, but you can totally disengage, yes.
That's what I'm doing. Yep.
Yes.
And that is my turn.
Awesome. And something you don't know. Now there's noise going on around the place. Actually stops there, outside of the wasp nest. As you can hear and now see, a wild horse. It looks quite wild and once again not well kept and not well fed, come into the area from the north. But he stops outside of the angry wasp nest, not willing to go through it. Rita, it is up to you.
Alright, well, I still see dog, so I'm still gonna attack the dog.
Attack the dog.
Slice slice the dog, and
you still miss the dog.
Still miss the dog.
Still miss the dog. Any other actions?
This dog is too strong for me, so I would like to disengage and run away from the dog.
You can disengage and run away, no problem.
Stupid dog.
And it's the stupid dog's go. And against his master's want, he goes and attacks Chuffy. And a 12 is not a hit. So that's all he does. Yes, there's still threats out in the water. There. But other than that, nothing else. Wasp's nest, or wasp swarm, drifts to the south once more, and dissipates even further. Poog, it is your go.
Let's see here. What's the range on that? 60 feet.
So you can see a little bit of the dog, but he will have some cover. You can see a little bit of the giant frog, but once again a little bit of cover from that too. So +2 to hit on both of those.
Yeah. Poog's more worried about the giant ass horse.
But there's also a horse behind you too.
Yeah.
And you've seen what toads do
Poog,
if you're standing on a ledge like that.
yeah. Poog
Yep.
throws a javelin at the horse.
Yep. And it hits the horse, even with that poor roll. Wait, what?
Yeah, but that damage is going to do nothing but piss it off.
I did say I was a mangy horse. You just did a quarter of its damage, or quarter of its health.
Oh, damn.
Realistically, I didn't reset the horse after the last game, so it's still on very low health. But you're in a bad situation, so I'm not going to put it back up to its maximum. Like 18, I think it is supposed to be.
Damn.
So, yeah, I'll keep it where you are, because you're still screwed, politely speaking. Any other actions?
That will be it.
That's it? Okay. And Vorka unleashes. This is where I get to have fun.
Fireworks.
There we go. And that's going to just play so much havoc with the dynamic lighting because the windows in here. But that's where the firework goes off. Because it was actually going to get Poog, but he was out.
Kill the dog.
No, don't kill the dog.
Kill the
But it
dog.
may actually kill the dog. Where's my fireworks? So all it does have to do is hit the ground, which is successful. And it does 3 fire, 1 sonic, but there's saves. So the skyrocket impacts a solid surface, exploding with 2d6 in damage.
Remember your D4, Rita.
No, that's automatically calculated, but it doesn't work for saves. It's only for skill checks. Bless works for saves.
I don't think I get hit, right?
No, only Chuffy got hit on that.
But I got a critical save, so...
Yep. So you only take 2 damage.
2?
Yep.
And the dog didn't get hit either?
No, the dog's got to be rolled for as well. I'm just moving that to the back so I can get to the dog.
Yep.
And the dog takes it all. Yeah. As I said, it attacked the closest object and not what Vorka wanted. And Vorka hides again and dives under more clutter and bits and pieces. Where's a couch sheet? Not as successful this time, so you've easily got a chance to spot her when it comes around. And that's it. That's her go. Chuffy, it is on you.
I'm going to get the dog. $17 to hit for 10 slashing.
17 to hit is a hit. 10 slashing. Total overkill. He is well down.
Dead dog.
Dead dog. The lights in the eye. There's still lots of lights in your eyes, and it's still like so much light from the firework, and it's a little bit disorientating, but you're still able to function.
And I'm going to try to hide.
In the light of the fireworks.
Well, I know I can move, so I'm going to move for whatever is, you know.
Anywhere outside of that field, you can do a hide from, And you just dive under the clutter. Oh, so much better.
Yeah.
And Stomp. I like Stomp.
Stomp.
So Stomp comes in at Poog. Does a 16 hit? I think it does. For 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yes, it does.
We have our first downing.
And it squishes me into the...
That horse is making really weird sounds.
Yes.
Yeah, very weird meow sounds.
I didn't know horses went meow.
And that's Stomp's attack, and only attack. Rita.
Alright, I would like to take my potion of healing first.
Yep.
Like this.
8 points of healing, that brings you up to full.
Nice.
Alright.
Back to your 13.
That's an action, right?
I'll let it be a bonus if you...
Okay. In that case, Vorka didn't hide as well as she thought she did. So I would like to shoot an arrow at Vorka.
You'll need to do a perception, but you only have to get 7.
Okay, yeah, fine.
It's not hard.
+4.
Really not hard, yep.
Good So can I not take the guidance for that, or to save it for something else?
No, like the guidance is a one shot, so yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And then I shoot.
And you shoot, and you just hit.
For 2 whole points of damage.
2 whole points of damage! Yay!
Oh, can I make that 3 points with my Fury of the Small?
You can. So click on that to, yep, and now that's your last Fury of the Small. There we go. I should be doing hide on people that are hiding, but there's so many people hiding. There's a ninja. And although she is hiding, she's just not hiding very well. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Let's see. I'd like to move away a little bit to here.
Okay. And Cuddles is dead. Lord Longtongue hasn't got a target.
Lord Longtongue.
Yeah, I love the names. I absolutely love the names. And he actually jumps to here.
And attacks the horse.
No. Why would he attack the horse? He's the animal companion of Vorka.
Ooh.
So that may give you an idea of what Vorka is.
A bad person.
Very bad person. And the wasp nest finally dissipates.
Do we get our decks back?
No. No, you don't. It's not that nice. Poog, you miss out on this round. You can do your song next round and come back at full with actions and everything. Vorka's go. She still thinks she's hidden quite well. So she does cast a spell.
Casts a 9th level Fire Blast.
Nope. So I'll put that into chat so you can see.
Does it not say the name? It's Barskin or something, right?
Yeah. It's for some reason it's coming straight to me, I think. As the
Well,
GM.
I did see it, but just
Okay.
not the name of the spell.
Yeah, it is Barkskin, yes. She casts Barkskin. Because she thinks she's hiding well. And that's all she's doing. Chuffy, it is your go.
I'm going to run up on her and stab her. Well, with the.
You're still in a perception.
I'm sorry.
She is still hiding technically, just very poorly. You only needed a 7, not an 18. That's perfectly well done.
Okay.
And yes, the attack hits, and she do 7 damage.
So, I should have moved myself over there. So can I? Can I do an offhand attack like with my dog slicer? Can I be having? I guess I don't have that.
Dual wielding.
You can dual wield. You can dual wield in 5th edition. Dual wielding is your bonus action. You don't get your strength with it, or your dex, or however it is.
Okay.
And it takes up your bonus action, yeah. So you can do another attack if you wish.
No, I'm gonna actually try to go hide instead.
Okay. You can't. You can only disengage.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yes.
So I moved
You moved 5 foot.
5, so I could.
Oh, 10 foot, really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go over here. Whoop, I'm off, but I'm not.
Yeah, I know. Yep. So Stomp's go.
And that's it.
Stomp tries to start going up across the planks, but then stops and then goes back, and that's all it does. It's too heavy for the planks, for the boardwalk. Rita.
All right. Let's see. I would like to shoot an arrow at Forka if I can see her.
Yep.
So perception first.
Yep. Still 7.
Perception. I see her loud and clear. And shoot. And miss, I think.
I just realised that I'm broadcasting everything on my screen, so you could have seen everything I'm doing. But anyway. Oh yeah, I've been doing this all that time. Oh.
Wait,
so
was I not supposed to see all that?
Oh no, it's just I don't mind. Anyway, so she.
It's somehow I have it way too small, so I can't see it.
Yeah, that's okay. And so you try to attack. You shoot into there. You do see her, but you actually just miss the attack. Lord Longtongue, though, does have the ability to move in.
Oh,
Yep.
Can I still hide?
You can do a hide, yes, as a bonus action. Yeah, that wasn't a good one.
No, it wasn't.
Nope.
Probably should get the guidance as well.
But technically, you are hiding, just poorly.
Get away with like passive perception.
Well, I'm doing active checks because like everyone's actively trying to fight.
Yep. Fine. Fine by me. That means she might not see me.
It's harder, yeah.
So is Forka a male or female?
She's
Volka's female.
Okay.
Yeah. She was the wife of a chief.
Yep.
She might have gotten surgery.
Yeah. So Lord Longtongue comes to the edge of the room and throws his tongue out at Chuffy and misses.
That's the second time.
Yeah.
He doesn't like you.
Yeah. And if you think the others were bad, this one's much worse.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Lord.
Yep.
That's right.
Poog, it is your go. Do what you need to do. The stage is yours.
The same. Pook says the wrong is best. He helped burn things and heal. Zrongul's favor makes Poog. And Poog also stab you with a knife. If you make fun of how he isn't good at riding animals.
I do love Poog's because it's got this nice tune and then it goes and it doesn't go do and just breaks the tune at the end. Yeah. So you are full health. You still have used your spells though. You don't get those back, but you're at full health.
Does he get his dex back?
No dex back. You've still lost that. You still wounds from
Even
that.
with unconscious, it doesn't go away.
Yeah. And you've got full actions, full move, everything. You can do everything you want.
Okay. I will move here.
Ambitious.
I will cast burning hand
Mm-hmm.
on Lord Longtongue.
Wow, that's a big damage. Save for half. Let's see.
Went well last time.
Passed. Only takes 5 damage. There we go. Any other action, as in
Good
bonus?
measure.
Yep.
And for good measure, Sacred Flame.
Okay. And save for none. Save for none. So 2 good attempts. You did cop some damage though. It's now Vorka's go. So from underneath the brush, underneath like the clutter and everything inside here, you just see a hand come out and throw something across the room. Can I get... I've just got to bring something up quickly. I'll use this token because that kind of works. And this is not one I usually use, so just hold on a moment. Fireworks and you. Where's my fireworks and you? Okay, so she throws something in between you two. She doesn't really know where you are, but she's just guessing that you are there. And so there'll be a 50-50 chance of you actually not being targeted. As in Rita not being targeted, but Chuffy, you are seen. Can I get a DC 12 con save for Chuffy? And for Rita, would you like high or low?
How do you mean high or low?
I'm going to essentially roll a dice. If it's high, it'll be 1, just like flipping a coin. So would you like to...
So I need to even... Wait. One more time, please.
If you choose high and I roll high, then then nothing happens to you. If you choose high and I roll low, then the effect happens to you. Just a 50-50 chance.
Okay, high.
High? Okay. So it doesn't matter which dice I use. So nothing happens to you. In your hiding, you do not get actually affected by this. It's only Chuffy. And Constitution save failed. You are blinded.
Woo!
You're blinded for 3 rounds. I'll just use the same dice because it's the same d4. So all attacks made by you are at a disadvantage. All attacks against you are at an advantage. And you automatically fail ability checks that require sight. I'll get that back up and put it into chat. Too many monitors. There we go. And then Vorka tries to hide again. I think the gig's up, so she's actually trying to hide this time a bit more. Because you keep on shooting her.
Keep missing. You're
missing, but she can tell that you're there. Okay, 16 this time. Chuffy, it is your go.
Okay, I can't. The area effect that you have on the map is obscuring.
There.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Sorry.
All right, so that's okay. So I'm gonna go over by Lord Longtongue and give him a slice.
Yep. That changes things. It changes things a lot more if you actually hit.
Yeah, but I didn't. So
yeah.
Now, you were saying that I couldn't hide, but I have something of the nimble that says on each one of my turns, I can actually disengage or hide.
Yep.
As a bonus action.
What all I was saying is, if you're in base-to-base combat with something, you can't really hide because they are actively attacking you.
Oh,
but if you weren't on base-to-base combat, you can do a hide. But if you're in base-to-base combat, you can pretty much just do a disengage instead.
Okay, so I am disengaging.
Yep.
So I was here. I went 10, 20. I'm gonna go way over here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Yep. And Stomp can't do anything because it can't go across the boardwalk. Rita, it's your go.
Alright, I would like to shoot at Lord Longtongue.
Yep.
So I see a big frog, and I remember what happened last time. That wasn't great. So I'll quickly shoot at him and miss him again.
Oh, no.
Your luck's really bad with these arrows at the moment. Really bad. So I'm just trying to...
I got that crit when eating snails.
Yep. Yep. It's all about the snails. All about the dares.
Oh, and I would like to hide again.
Yep.
Wow.
That's bad.
I think that's even worse than I did before.
It was. Yeah. You still
No, it wasn't actually. Last time I rolled a 5.
Yep. There we go. Well, then it's an improvement. I finally gotten rid of guidance off your sheet. Yep. So Lord Longtongue. Well, his target's right there. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Unfortunately, because he hasn't done the tongue grab as well, he can't do the swallow. But he'll do the bite. It's the top one, not the bottom. So attack of 12 misses, and absolutely nothing happens.
That's good. That's good.
And what he's actually going to do, he's going to actually do a jump over you. You'll get an attack of opportunity as he does a jump.
Is Lord Longtongue bigger than me?
Yes, but you can still get an attack of opportunity.
Is Lord Longtongue bigger
Yes.
than me?
Yes. You can use Fury of the Small.
Okay. I will use my dog and Fury of the Small.
Yep. You do hit him for 3 points of damage. And that's his turn. Poog, it's your go now.
I will follow him. Try to gut him with my dog slicer.
And that's again a hit. Doesn't have a good armor class because he's pretty much just frog's legs.
Does that hit?
That's a hit. That's 5 damage.
I still got my bonus action, so...
Save for half. Or sorry, save for none. Dex 12. Eight damage, he's gone. You have killed Lord Longtongue.
I am Pooh Frog Killer. I shall be called Pooh Frog.
And Volka's go. Volka, God, you're not killing her, but you're really annoying her.
She's annoying me!
It's... It's like
She doesn't even know I'm there.
she doesn't. That's the thing. You don't know what she's done. You don't know where she is. You don't know what she's done. But that's yeah. She doesn't seem to act. Chuffy, it's your go.
Okay. So I don't know what she did, but she moved.
Yeah, she's also hiding.
Oh, she is hiding.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna run up to her.
Yep.
And give her.
So the perception to know to get the attack right, but that's a 16 is what your target is. Even blinded, you find.
Wow.
No, wait, no, that's disadvantage. Yeah, even blinded, you still know where she is. You still got to hit though.
All right, here we go. No. 11.
No.
All right. Well, I'm going to. Can I go? I mean, is this like somewhere that I could actually go through?
No, they're small little windows. They're more arrow slit style windows.
Okay, gotcha. Arrow slits. Okay,
yeah.
So I'm going to go. Let's see. I'm going to go over here. And that's the end of my turn.
Yep.
I disengage, so she doesn't get a attack of opportunity.
Yep. This whole disengage stuff is really changes things, doesn't it?
Yep.
And the sneaking. I've got to remember this for when another cast of characters go up against goblins soon. Stomp can't do anything. He can't enter the fight. So Rito, it is your go. You're still hiding poorly, but you're hiding.
Alright, so I just saw the frog, so I'm gonna check if the frog is still there, and I can see it's dead.
You see Poog on top of it, screaming.
Alright, so I see Poog screaming, and I turn back and look for Vorka.
Yep.
Perception.
I think that's enough.
I think so too. I don't remember her stealth roll though.
I'm having to scroll up. 16, yes you do.
Alright. So she already avoided like 5 of my arrows. So I'm just gonna walk in and stab her with my dog slicer.
The fighter gets into combat. Sorry.
I mean, stop avoiding all my attacks.
I haven't been able to use my sneak attack. Aww.
It's always the luck of the roll, isn't it? Always the luck of the roll.
Bad luck.
Bonus action?
No, screw that. I'm gonna stay here.
Okay. And Poog, Mr. Victorious on the top of the long tongue.
I do one of those nonchalant, like I just walk over him, like not a bit, and then javelin.
Last javelin hits. You have not killed Stomp yet. And that may kill Stomp. And Dex.
You hear another big scream from Pooh.
Oh!
Oh!
He had 1 hit point left and he was gonna kill you again. He was so charging this round. There you go. Another victory. Vorka.
Oog.
Yep.
Frog bane, horse bane.
You just don't ride too good.
I've yet to kill it, and I've yet to kill it.
I kill dogs.
Yeah.
Fireworks kill for dogs.
I've killed 2 frogs, half dead horse.
Yep. And I'll be honest, that should have a lot more hit points, but yeah. But I'm not going to go back and recheck. I'll just have to make sure all the other ones are prepped better. So now we get to find out what Vorka was doing.
Oh god.
There. She doesn't have to aim very far, and she just lets it go. Because that's what she was hiding. Let's put that to the
Who
back of the
cares
layer.
Bang again. I'm like, what are you guys doing in there? We were supposed to save the fireworks.
She doesn't have that qualm. They're her toys. Oh, that's actually going to miss. I think. Yeah, that's not even close enough to hit you. She misses.
A 4?
Yeah.
No.
She essentially is going to hit the back wall. And miss everybody. And then she's going to disengage. Is it 30 feet? Or is it 25?
30.
30. Okay. That's her disengaging.
She's jumping in the water?
She's jumping in the water and she can swim.
It's a witch! Burn her!
And unless you want to continue, she's going to keep swimming.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot if it's my turn.
Yep. We'll go through we'll go through initiative. So Chuffy.
Yep, I'm gonna go and dart her. So I'll go. Let's see. Oh. And I miss.
Yep, that's a miss.
That was your third turn of blinded, right?
Yep. So
Yep.
that was my third blinded. So that's all I can do.
Stomp's dead. Rita, did you want a shot?
Yes. Let's see. You can use the arrow slit from here, I think.
Yep. If you can see, you can see. I'll
Yeah,
just
I
check.
can see.
Oh, perfect.
So finally hits, please. Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
I mean, she's in the water. It's quite difficult to shoot something that's moving in the water.
And can you see why when you said, oh, I should have 20 arrows, that having 9 actually makes you think? Because you've only got 2 left.
Yep.
And you've been using a lot of them.
Yep.
So, and Poog. You don't have any javelins left.
Really? Yeah, I know.
That sounds like an evil giggle.
mm-hmm.
I pull out the firework from my back pocket.
And you light the firework, I'm guessing.
Yes, I do.
Okay, Vorka. That's where she is. And does she have anything in range? Oh, I've got to check this spell. I think... Oh, that's just nasty. But so perfect.
Yeah, we're all grouped up.
Yeah, but it's the range thing, it's the problem. If there's range... Nah. Damn! Alright, she can do it from here. She may still not be able to reach you though. Yep. Okay. This is one of the things I don't have usually prepared because it's the first time I've had to use it. So just bear with me a moment. I have to go to a very different page. And suddenly spiders start coming out from underneath the woodwork in the tower.
Spiders?
Spiders. A swarm of spiders. Where am I? Here we go. So they start billowing out from underneath the planks of wood and just from outside through the window, but they don't actually. Oh, that's the wrong one. So I'm trying to get it onto the map, but it's not coming onto the map properly. That's the one I wanted, not that one. So that's where they are. But nothing happens yet. Yeah.
Burn! Burn the spiders! Book! Burn!
So busy here, I'm trying to aim.
And she hides, because that's a bonus action. And hiding's OP. And this may be her survival, or maybe her death. Where is my... So I've got so many things open. Chaffy Liquid, no. Cuddles is dead. Stomp is still there. Fireworks. Where's Vodka? Oh no! Let's go. So, stealth. And she hides.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my god.
And I think she may be getting away with this one.
Unless it's a crit 20 on the perception, I think she's gonna get away.
Or unless you have perception. I'm not going to say critical 20. It's just a 22
Okay.
for a hide, that's all. So, Chuffy, is your go.
Yeah, when I want to try to see her. Close. Okay. So I want to go in here and see if there's any fireworks in here.
Yep.
I want to go in there.
If you go in there, you can just do a search roll. But
Okay.
that will be your entire action.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And I see nothing.
And you see clutter.
You see
Yeah.
spiders.
Oh, and spiders.
Yeah.
But that's it for your action. Rita.
I also want to look for firework in here.
You are moving out of attack range. Or are you want to disengage?
Yeah, let's disengage. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then investigation, was it?
Investigation.
I'm so good at this.
Let's see what we find. So with the you see a bejeweled silver and jade lantern built to look like a coiled dragon.
Cool.
Sitting on top, a large, heavy wooden red chest.
Red chest.
Yes.
Can I open the chest?
You can open the chest and it has what looks to be a large selection of fireworks. There are 17 skyrockets. There's something that looks like the candle, or something looks like it's called a Desnan candle, which is what the chief started the bonfire last night with, which just shoots a single motor flame every now and then. And there's also 20 they're called paper candles, but they're essentially a flashbang, which is what was thrown at you before.
Can I pick them all up?
That's a lot of fireworks. It'll take probably all three of you to even pick up the box. It is very solidly built and has a very solid latch.
I want to try and grab all the skyrockets I can and run out with them.
Roll a d6, and that's how much you can pick up and just scoop up into your arms. 4.
Okay, 4 skyrockets.
4 skyrockets in your arms, because they're quite large. I mean, quite large skyrockets for a goblin.
Yes.
And that's what's happening. So is that your action?
And I would like to move back to here.
Well, you've done a disengage, you've done a search, and you've done also a picking up stuff. I think that's pretty much most of your action done, or all of your actions done.
So I can't move there?
Yeah, I think that's a bit. That's going to have to be everything.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Then that's it.
And Poog?
Oh, I want to shout out that I found more skyrockets. Guys, I found more skyrockets!
Poog, we need a perception if that's...
Yeah, I do my best to...
It's still possible. That's not possible enough.
No, he needed natural 20.
Yeah, I was expecting to yell at guidance, but...
trying to remember, I do my best. Can I do a intelligence check? Trying to remember which direction she ran.
You know she's down south. And what I want you to do is essentially ping the map where you want to aim at, and I'll do a random location after that. So, okay. Yeah.
I aim it at this end and let it go.
Okay, so aim it there, or aim in that direction from you, or yeah, that'll make it
that general direction.
That direction, that line. Okay. So do an attack roll, and I'll.
And it blows up on his face.
So, do you want to describe which end you're using the fireworks on? You're holding?
I'm not holding it by the stick. I'm holding it by the bottom. And when I go over, I kind of jerk it, and it just falls straight onto the floor.
Yep, that's pretty much it. So I'm not even going to give you a save for this. You're going to take full fall damage. Because you were not expecting it to be exploding on you instead of out that direction somewhere. So 4 damage. Yeah. And high or low as well, please. I'll give you a chance of being... And I'll just give you a percentage chance of being deafened because you are standing in the middle of the explosion.
I'll go low.
Okay, so low is good. High is bad. Low is good, you are not deafened by the explosion. You can still hear the calls from inside, "We've got more fireworks!" Which may be good or bad from your perspective, you don't know. Would you like to move?
Yeah. I grabbed the wrong.
Oops, that was me. There you go. Now you should be able to select your character through. Okay, dokie. It's gonna be well away out of there.
Spook, where are you going?
Trying to see if I can
Find her.
see her from where.
So from your side of that, there. That's kind of in the water. But there's a lot more light shedding on the map, that's for sure.
That's
A lot more light. Okay. So
her
now? She's still hiding though. She's still got a 22 for a hide roll.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So Volker,
I guess that's it.
you hear a splash, and essentially he's off the map. You're left with this. Doesn't give me an extra. Don't like it when it does that. D20 plus 3. Sorry if I'm telegraphing this, but and somehow they miss. Somehow. So they come in, they move across the floor, they see you as the closest target. They're moving through the clutter a lot faster than anyone else can, that's for sure. And they start swarming you and start crawling up your body and into your clothes, and yet they're not actually hitting you or not biting you at all. And that's all that happens. You're being swarmed by rats, or sorry, by spiders.
Well, but I have a pet spider, so I like spiders.
You do? And it's your go.
Okay. So are they in my area?
They're essentially on you.
Oh, okay.
But
they didn't do any...
They didn't bite you. They didn't actually hit you at all.
Okay. See, maybe they like me. I'm going to go over by Rita and say, help me take this chest, or, yeah, and let's take the box. drag it with us.
With the two of us? You sure? It's a heavy box.
Well, let's at least try.
So, can I get a strength check from one of you? And it'll be an advantage because the other one is assisting. So
I'll assist you.
Okay.
So toggle on the sheet the advantage.
Advantage. And this is what?
Strength check. So just strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Yep. 22. You both pick it up. It's still very heavy for you, but you can move it with both of you, and you can move it out. The spiders will chase you, and they will continue chasing you for quite some time, but you can make enough distance from them.
All right.
Apparently they're their friends, so I'm okay with it. Let's move the box.
And that's the conclusion, really. You actually ran her off. You didn't kill her. You ran her off. Not everyone actually gets to kill her. You used up a lot of fireworks. She had to use up a lot of fireworks. The first time I've had to use the flashbangs.
As they come out onto the bridge, they just see curses on the out towards the water.
Yeah. But no, you get away, and it's a long trek back to the village. A very long trek back to the village. Back at the village. I do have to ask though, are you going to take them back to the village, or are you going to try to set out yourself with the fireworks?
I mean, I did keep those 4 skyrockets, and the rest is still in the chest, so I'm not going to say to anyone that I still have those 4 skyrockets. I'm just going to say to everyone, alright, we got the chest, let's bring it to the chief.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
So you're welcomed back to the village with open arms and great cheers from all of the goblins. A group of 4 goblins bring Chief Gutwad out to meet you, and Slurb instead does their speech as normal, and he welcomes you back, thanking you for bringing these treasures back to our community. You will all be legends, and you will all go down as legends in the Licktoad clan. To each of you will give you special titles and positions in the clan. Rita Big Bag, you will now be known as the head village watcher, because who else has the biggest head in this village? Chuffy Liquid, you will now be known as the overseer of village stabbings. Poog of Zorongal, you will also now be known as master of the pig pit. And you then share out the fireworks. They're not used for any other reason than just making a big spectacle for the rest of the night. And then in the morning, there's no more fireworks except for the 4 that are stolen, but that may have to come into effect in another story, because stealing from a clan, well, may be the same as writing things down. But that was Scribbleface's fault, not yours. So thank you for playing. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching as well. This is Be Goblins. Sorry, wrong one. There we go. This is Be Goblins, a Pathfinder adventure we've converted for Roll20. We've been using, converted for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. We've been playing on Roll20 interface. We've had Lur, Tyler, and I'll try Onhijl.
Onhijl, yes.
Onhijl, yay! I kind of got it right. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming in. I love having this for new players every time because everyone does this very, very differently. I think you use the most fireworks and definitely the most stealth out of every single group. And I think you're also the only group not to choose Mogmerch when doing as only 3 players. Mogmerch has certainly got the most firepower of the group because all of his effects are area effect, but he gets quite limited and everything's very limited in number in what he has. So no, it's been really good having you. We coped with Tyler not having a video. I was having issues hearing, but it was a good show. Thank you for coming. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks.
So for those watching, we have 2 other regular shows every week. We have Prince of the Apocalypse. We have My First Dungeon every Wednesday, which is Tuesday for American, Tuesday night for America, where we have 4 pretty much new players to Dungeons and Dragons in role-playing go through their first dungeon, which is the Sunless Citadel. We also have on our other big show for the week, Prince of the Apocalypse, where we have some new, some veteran players go through a level 1 to level 15 large mega campaign, where everyone is actually rolling for the hit dice, rolling for the hit for the character stats and everything. So it's back to kind of an old school feel in the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. And throughout the week, they've been so scared of dying because they have so little hit points. They've been making up backup characters, and this is only 3 sessions in. So it's actually quite fun. They're amazing to watch. They almost all do character voices. They've got custom artwork for their characters. Everything's amazing. It's been fun. My name's Karsh the Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave, and bye for now. Oh, and stick around for the credits too. Just yeah.
Good night.
Night.